When y'all are ready, join my Roblox game. Just don't touch
Been ready.
What?
How do I get money to do
Never mind. Don't join my Roblox.
What are we even doing?
Roblox.
Don't click the teleport pad on the bridge.
Hey, anybody noticed the giant dragon at the top? I just noticed that.
Oh, this giant
what
piano.
the fuck?
Oh, she incorporated all of our things into that. I didn't notice.
Yeah.
Nothing.
There's a
was
martial
touching
arts
that dragon.
statue.
Why are you
Why
wearing
do
no
I have
pants?
no pants?
Yeah, why do you have no pants?
Where are
I'm
my
just
pants? Where are my pants?
Welcome back to another video. This is the finale in Mile in Our Shoes. We're gonna be having a chat about life.
Who's excited for this?
Ow.
Yes.
Whoa!
Wow!
I'm coming, hold on.
Okay, so what did you learn from this series, and what are you gonna take away from it going forward?
Okay, so what did I learn from the series is that there are many interests out in the world that people have. And I also learned a bit about those interests that everybody had. And what can I take away from the series is that it's nice to get to know what people like to do.
Cool.
Cool.
All right.
Mike.
Okay, so I've learned basically what Lily said is in like people's different interests and what other people like. And this is more a general thing, but people are very different, and
Yeah.
that's a good thing.
that people have interesting like activities that they could do and thoughts. That's it for me.
Okay.
I guess I just like learn more about y'all, like learn about us, like how we work together as a group and how we get along. There's a lot to take away. Like there's a lot of tips for the future.
Well, one thing is that, I mean, even though most of you are my family, like Eric, Robert, and also just you guys, even though you're my family in general, I didn't realize I didn't know a lot of you as well as I thought. Like Samantha, I don't know if I would have guessed you put acting as yours. I mean, I don't know what I would have guessed, but even though I've known you my entire life, technically, I don't think I would have guessed acting for you, honestly. And also, again, I didn't know Robert or Eric, like, at all, so that was interesting. And what I'd take away from it, exploring different interests can be fun, even if it's not something you would personally take on. It's still fun, as long as it doesn't get too chaotic. Seriously.
True.
Never let it get
I'm
too chaotic.
Yeah.
One thing I'd take away, one thing I learned. Everyone's hobbies are different. I mean, sure, people have the same hobbies, and some people have that in common. Exploring people's different hobbies can be fun, despite it not being something that you are interested in personally. But it's an interesting way to get to know more about people.
I don't know. I guess kind of like basically what all you are saying. Like, you know, give me a greater appreciation for what all of you do, and like, I think it was really awesome to find something about every person that we could like celebrate themselves. I also learned that if I want to get Sammy in on a series, I have to text him in Discord in advance. And I also think just like aside from the talents and aside from the hobbies, I think just in general, just learning to see things from other people's perspective is always like a fun, important thing to do in life. Looking back, what will you remember the most about this series?
I will remember killing people with a hammer in fantasy episode, and it was really fun, which is why I like that episode the best. It was my favorite.
Okay, Mike?
Okay. So I'll remember probably just like what everyone did and how the mood was, but I also remember that the mood was way too chaotic sometimes.
How fun it was to do every one of these things like karate and all that kind of stuff. And it was kind of funny to watch you guys just perform and in football. Like Mike scored a touchdown right away. It's pretty funny. And yeah.
Basically, it's just the time we had. I had a really, really good time in the series. I always loved being in recordings, even though my family does get mad at me sometimes for like not spending time with them, but it's worth it.
So if I was honest, I'd say I'll probably remember getting a headache from it a couple of times. If I'm
That's a
honest.
move.
Why?
Like in hindsight, years and years from now, I'm probably not gonna remember like well, I will remember like the headaches and stuff and the annoying parts, but mostly it'd probably just be focused on like the fun parts of it, and like the time I spent editing it as well. What is most important to you in your life right now?
Right now, I don't know. There's a lot of things. Family, friends, and right now, probably sports. Right now.
Let's see. Mostly the eating. Yeah, love eating, and the music.
Eating and music? Okay.
Honestly, probably trying to figure out how I plan to try and handle next year, because I don't really know what to expect. Because I'm going into middle school, first off.
Right now, probably just having fun and being a good person. That sounds really dumb. I'm not really focusing on anything. I mean, akin to my episode of piano and that stuff, I'll work on that more. But that's like overall my whole life in general.
Mhm.
But I guess that I don't really have anything big.
Lily, what about you?
All right. Be an advanced person in karate, and also I've and also just to be maybe like a better animator.
I guess just a mix of like what Robert said and what Mike said. I guess family and friends, and also just like being happy. I guess like with where I am in life. Yeah.
Family. And, well, school, to say.
Yeah.
Because, you know, school is kind of needed.
Yeah.
True.
What do you want to be when you're older? This can be like a broad answer or a specific answer. It doesn't matter.
Whatever I do decide to do with my life, I want to make sure that it's something I will enjoy and that I'm happy about. That's about it. Because I don't know.
Alright, what I want to be when I'm older. You see, I haven't really considered much about this topic. I just want to make sure it's something that I will actually be able to keep myself stable with. And something that I'll actually enjoy doing.
So I guess that's coming to me.
Yeah.
I don't have like an exact thing. All I know is that I want to be able to express myself creatively. So something
Creativity.
something in the creative field. I'm not good at like drawing or painting or sculpting, nothing like that, but like music, filmmaking, performing, that kind of stuff. Lily, to you.
I'd say a YouTuber.
Okay, so I don't really know. All I'm gonna say is, I guess relating to what Michaela said, I want to be happy in it, and probably something to do with music.
I don't know yet.
You don't have an answer? Okay, that's fine.
I want to be a YouTuber, and if that fails, I want to be like a character designer or something.
Sammy, over to you, hiding in the corner.
I just can't think anything I can do when I'm older.
What are your hopes for the future of the world? I guess I'll go first. The world sadly isn't like equal right now. And there are like minorities that are like being oppressed. So I guess just a world where, we don't have to worry about stuff like that. And we guess a world where we can be who we are without people judging us all the time.
My hope is that maybe later, like late this year or early next year, this pandemic can be over.
Okay, so I would probably just want people to stop. Like, we haven't had any like major wars in a while, which is good. So just like, if people could just stop getting at odds with each other and just be like, I'm me, you're you, we're different. Let's get over it. Like, if people could just accept the differences, life would be a lot better.
For my future, I hope for this COVID stuff to stop. And yeah,
So, like what Lily said, COVID, it needs to stop. And just anything that I would do annually.
I do want change, but a lot of people do not actually try to make a change. A lot of people usually talk about what they want to change, and nobody really tries to pitch in. And we need more people who try to make a difference in the world instead of people who are just going to sit there and do nothing about it.
Honestly, this is kind of bordering on what a couple of you said, but just for this is more the internet, but also just the world in general to be less toxic almost.
For people to be civilized. I mean, pretty much for COVID to stop, as it's taking its toll on everyone's lives.
That can
And we all
happen.
know that.
I'm gonna start with Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo, Eric.
Huh?
What are your hopes for the future of the channel, and how do you feel about what's coming?
I don't know. I love the stories that are coming up. I just read the script and everything, and I think it's awesome so far. What I want for the channel, I mean, like, less super coordinated big projects like this.
I don't know much about what's coming simply because I have opted to not be a part of most of it. And my hopes for your channel, Samantha, this is going to come out sounding really corny, but honestly, I hope you give yourself a break. And
We
I
all
hope
do.
that you
Don't need
All of
a
us
break.
do.
and
Yeah.
also I hope that your channel gets the credit it deserves.
Honestly, to cut it short, I'm really excited. Like, Trapdoor is a good story plot, and I'm quite excited to record the next part of it.
How do I feel about what's coming? Honestly, I'm excited. Kind of nervous, I guess. Because, you know, there's obviously so many issues, so many things that could go wrong. I'm taking, like, a big leap with this one, but I'm so excited. I hope we can create a channel where we can just, like, share our stories with the world and have people actually see them and, like, be influenced by them.
So what about, like, could that be about Trapdoor and stuff?
Yeah.
I'm excited to see Trapdoor Part 2.
Okay, yeah. She needs to take a break from all these big projects.
Sammy's not in the server.
Oh, he's
He
gone.
died.
Okay. Mike, going over to you.
Okay, so I'm excited for that stuff.
Mhm.
Because I know some cool stuff's going to happen. I don't know when it's going to come out. Some of the stuff I know is going to come out like a year from now, but I'm still excited for it, so that's cool.
Trapdoor Part 4 and 5. Can't wait for that.
I know, I can't wait for the
Jesus.
thing that's going to happen in that I'm going to keep secret for a year and a half.
Yeah. I know that like no one else
Good.
watches. I know that like no one else watches our videos pretty much besides all of us, and we're really only doing this video for ourselves.
The people watching.
Wait,
Shout out to you guys, whoever you
know,
are.
there's
I want to say if you're watching this and you're not one of the 8 of us, thank you for being here. We appreciate it.
The next day.
Oh my god, everyone's here
Alright, this
at
is so fast.
7:30.
It only took us 20 minutes today, like for everyone to get here and get
Wow.
in game.
Clap it up. Clap it up.
Clap in my hand.
This is a bit of a tougher one. What is your biggest regret in life?
Biggest regret in life. See, I don't think I have any as of now. Like, I feel I'm too young to have any regrets in life.
That's
I feel like, at least.
I probably should have stepped up to the bullies that bullied me in 2nd grade.
Okay, that's a really good one.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's gonna be tough.
imagine.
Alright, my biggest regret was letting my best friend Andre take that girl on a date. That was my biggest regret, and I still do.
What?
My biggest regret, probably when my biological dad came into my life and I started trusting him.
I wish I did not tell many people about a YouTube channel I had when I was in 4th grade.
Dude, say.
I guess the simplest way I can put it to that some of you would understand is basically just young weirdos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Burritos.
What is the most important lesson you have learned and your most important moral?
I mean, they kind of go hand in hand, but I would say that for lesson, don't try and pick fights with people, I guess. Like, that's my most important lesson, but morals, I don't know. It basically goes hand in hand with that, just to try and be a good person.
Probably go with Andre for this one. Yes, because last time I just not to go through what he did. Moral, I don't really have one for that one.
I guess it's just never take anyone for granted because you never know when you're going to lose them.
It's practice makes perfect.
Got
That
it.
life can be tough at times, but you should never give up.
Just be a chill person. That's all I have to say.
I'm sorry.
Maybe like what I've already been saying, like don't take time for granted because you only have a limited amount. And life is just about doing what you can before you can't anymore.
I guess I've learned to literally put myself in other people's shoes. I again try and basically do what I was just saying and like.
Sorry, hello?
Who's this?
Oh my god.
Don't say
What?
anything. No one talk in chat.
Okay. Just real quick for camera, can everyone say how old they are right now? 15.
11.
15.
By the time this video comes out, will I be 14?
I'm 14.
Sam's son.
What is your biggest fear right now?
I don't really have a big fear. Obviously, I have fears, but like not right now. I don't have anything occupying my mind.
Losing everything I care for.
Nothing's my fear, so there's no big fear. No.
Are you sure
So
not
if a
afraid of
man tried to rob you at gunpoint, you wouldn't be afraid?
No, I'll be chill.
Okay, biggest fears. My biggest fear is that just COVID won't end.
I have two. So one, like a long time fear of being forgotten. And second, fear of letting myself down. Bless you, whoever just sneezed in the background.
I'd say, death. Like, especially at
I
a young
do.
age.
Losing the people I care about.
What is the biggest challenge you've ever had to face?
Was accepting that I was not going to be able to have to see my best friends for like years.
Let's go against this player that was 6'2". Basketball.
Yeah, but I don't really have a. I don't know. I know it's not a good answer. Obviously, I just can't.
Us, we're
think
your
of
biggest
any-
challenge.
I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
you
how
people
is
can
the
be
drawing,
pretty annoying
man?
sometimes.
I
Not in,
take
just me.
offense. Moving.
Young weirdos.
Young weirdos.
Probably going to a new school because last year, the school I'm currently in last year was a whole new school to me.
Biggest challenge I've ever had to probably myself. My brain becomes a very, very scary place that I most of the time dislike.
Biggest challenge I had to face. The truth. Same.
Please stop dancing on my. This is a very weird angle right now. When you're much older, how would you explain Team TGG to a younger kid who looks up to you? And if you decide to have kids one day, how would you explain it to them?
It's quite chaotic, to say the least. This whole thing is quite chaotic. It started off named Team TGG, and then it became Cult TGG.
For very good reasons.
Being
Damn,
in
it's
this has been quite fun.
Okay, I think this is a pretty simple answer. It's the group of people having fun doing stuff with each other.
Alright, run. Oh, I can't run. Oh,
So
shoot, I can't
so
run.
a younger kid comes up to you and like, what is Team TGG? And you just run.
Just run.
Okay, so like, how do I explain it? Hey, Sonny, have you ever heard this group called Team TGG? Yes, I was also part of a YouTube channel when I was around your age. We were just a bunch of children.
Just tell them that it was kind of hell. Maybe a
True.
little bit.
True.
But yeah, like when we're still friends but we don't talk much anymore, I personally would think that it was made up of a lot of interesting people.
Interesting group of people.
Interesting people who were pretty chaotic but were also pretty great people. It was just chaotic.
I
no,
agree completely with that.
Yeah.
Okay, I would say, hello, Jimmy. When I was very young, I was in this group called Team TGG, which became a cult not long after. And we
Michael.
played a lot of games with each other. We did a lot of videos. and it was just a really fun group that I had in my childhood.
You said cousins and friends. Mike, you're dead now.
That's that.
You're gone. You
True.
don't exist.
We were just a group of these 8 friends who drove each other crazy, and they gave me headaches a lot of the time. But that's only because they were so chaotic, and I loved them for that reason. We all had our differences. We were all different people. At the end of the day, they were really just my friends who I happened to make stories with. I guess, yeah, that's how I'd describe it. Okay, let's head up to stage. We'll do an outro.
Alright,
Okay, hang on.
this is it.
Oh, there you are.
Everything's over, y'all.
Yeah.
This is the last time that we'll all be united for a while.
That's true.
Yep.
So everyone, that's gonna about be it for this finale episode. So this is the last episode of A Mile in Each Other's Shoes. I think this was a really, really interesting series to do. And as much as I'm happy it's over, I'm at the same time kind of sad because this was a lot of fun to do and, get to know you all a bit better.
Alright, I only got one thing to say.
No.
And enjoy the video.
Good
It
chaos.
was a fun experience.
Everyone ready? This is the last time we're probably gonna do this.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god.
3, 2, 1.
Bye.
Bye!
Bye.